This trailer was inspired by trailers I saw being built in Australia. This is my portable workshop that I built out of on top of a coal hauling trailer that was built in 1976, all aluminum, made by Trail-X. It was a small trailer for hauling sports cars or small race cars. It was set up for a 5-foot by 10-foot ramp size. The work trailer that I've built is 10-foot long, 5 feet wide on the inside, and then it has a 2-foot box on the front with a V-nose built into it. On top, I've built a rack that I can haul up to 20-foot long material on, and it's nice and secure. I pulled out with my 2007 Toyota Tundra, and it took me a couple months to build it on part-time work. Again, I used aluminum on top of the aluminum framework of the original trailer. The trailer is built with gull-wing opening doors. I live in southern New Mexico, where it's definitely very warm in the summertime and mild in the wintertime, so we can get away with working outside pretty much year-round, except for a couple days of the year. This past week it was 105 on Friday, so really enjoy our shade when we can take advantage of it. So the idea is to be able to walk up to the trailer and access all your tools without having to unload onto stands or racks my saws and all that. I've got it set up with a DeWalt table saw, Grizzly spiral cut carbide joiner. Have my track saw in there, coming around back. I've got my stands for my saws when I do have to use them. Have a lot of extra space in the back here at the moment. I haven't really totally finished building everything out. Between the two cabinets on either side of the trailer is a space where I can store up to 10-foot long material, and definitely 4x8 sheets fit in there nicely. I usually keep my platform tops for my centipede leg system stored there, and also have this large drawer built on the system that you'll see on a lot of videos with the skateboard ball bearings and a 3/4 by 3/4 square steel tube on the sides there. And right now it's kind of a mess, just the general junk that won't fit in other places. As you can see, there's a space here on the other side for another drawer or whatever. I haven't decided what I'm going to keep in there. On this side, on the curb side, is set up with a chop saw or drop saw if you're from Australia or New Zealand, and also a Rikon bandsaw. I'll stop now and pull everything out. Today I received the bandsaw and mounted it on the side, on the curb side here, for easy access. And then this shows the chop saw pulled out. I also have this table that flips up on the side here that's the same height as the chop saw. This is a chop saw set up with the measuring stop system that I bought probably 20 years ago. I believe it's a let me find out here. Advanced Manufacturing Systems. And how this works is it has teeth on the backside of this aluminum extrusion that this catches into, and it's very accurate. On this end, it's bolted into a little aluminum piece I bolted on the side of the DeWalt chop saw. And on this end, I have this 1.5 by 1.5 square aluminum coming out of the front support of the rack system. Is set up off the front of the trailer here. So I have this second aluminum bar that I can slide into that same aluminum angle that comes off the chop saw, and it has a support that goes into the side of the trailer here. And that's if I don't want to set up the measure guide. I can just use this to support the work. And then the work can also be supported on the other end by the fold-out table. On this side, the table saw comes out in the same manner as the bandsaw does on the other side. And I can reverse the tools, just have it set up this way. I'm finding this to be the most convenient after using things for the first 6 weeks. The same bar that supports the support on the other side on the chop saw can be turned around, and I have a table that'll support between that bar and the table saw. I'll show you that here in a second. In the front box of the trailer, I keep my compressor, hoses, cables, and tool belt chair, and miscellaneous routers and things. Here's the little grizzly joiner that I'm very pleased with. This allows me to get a nice fine finish on the edge of a board without having to spend a lot of time sanding. All these tools slide out on normal 24-inch door glides I just picked up from Home Depot. The fenders are the original ones from the trailer as it came with, and I put these pieces of ABS plastic, I think it's a 1/4 inch thick, and had to leave the bolts loose on either end and use a captive nut, nylock nut, and then just tied them down in front because of the differential expansion contraction. And then I use these little pieces of 2x material just to support onto the fender, and it makes a really solid surface for working on. On the table saw, on the bandsaw, I use this cargo jack that I've modified so it fits into a hole in the bottom of the slide mechanism there, and that way I can ratchet it up and down depending on the level of the soil of the wherever I'm parked at. As you can see down on the inside here, again, it's just simple construction, and I've wired everything with I believe it's called CMX, the flexible conduit, and I've have some LED lights on the inside here. Up on the top here, I've got my track saw tracks. I've got 259. I've just recently gotten the track saw, so that's new to me. I'd like to get a 102-inch long track here in the future. I have a little square rigid lunchbox vacuum cleaner here. If I want to hook up any of the equipment to it, I can use that. I bought 2 new axles for the trailer. The old ones were shot after being on the trailer for 40 years. And I did get brakes on the new axles. This is the table saw with the runout table installed, and here I've just flipped the aluminum bar around, and you can see it's made these U brackets that riveted to the upright support here, and just a piece of 1/2-inch plywood with a couple cleats on either side, and then it's resting on the front part of the fence that sticks out on the DeWalt saw. It makes a nice convenient place for the material to run out. As you can see, it made clip-on stands that work with the original DeWalt stand system on both the chop saw and the table saw, so that I can just clip these off and put them on the stands if I do need to use them away from the trailer. I'm just about 6 foot tall, and this trailer is set up for me, so my head height is, I'm comfortable standing underneath here. It's also set up so that I can remove these supports that are my keep material on the top roof rack and fit into my garage comfortably if I need to. On the back of the rack, I have a bearing set up on a roller here so that I can easily roll material up and off of there. And it's worked out really well for some heavy pieces of steel that we were carrying around this past week. I've only been using it for 6 weeks now, and I'm still changing things, so I'll probably come up with another video here pretty soon. Thanks for watching, and thank you for everyone who's posted information on their trailers. It gave me ideas of what I wanted and what I didn't want. I know this isn't going to work in the frigid north of Alaska or Canada, where your winters last forever, but for us in the hot southwest, I think it's a good option for maybe California and Florida, places like that, where people don't want to get into a hot trailer or a hot truck. And yeah, thanks for watching. I did want to say that you can't have a work trailer without your microwave to heat up your burrito or your coffee with.